So in this clip, what we're going to do is show you how we teach students to set up a massage area, the massage table, and just the beginnings of how we position the client. And Luke is here with me, and we're just going to banter back and forth. I want to introduce you to this prop. Male, female, gender neutral, doesn't really matter, does it? And these you can get off of Amazon or a art supply store. We use these props for all kinds of stuff. Joint movement, postural assessment, all kinds of things. So if you wanted to invest in something, the
they
rest
make
of
them in
this stuff.
various scales, so if you want smaller ones, but yeah, very useful. Rest of it, like she was saying, some pillowcases, some bubble wrap. I mean, this is a toilet paper holder.
Toilet paper is important.
Yes, even toilet paper. Whatever you have available. Honestly, somebody being creative and just playing, the more fun they're having, believe me, it's not only a more fun learning experience, but you tend to retain the information better. So. And
they're less nervous when they're using props and toys like this.
And that's one thing that we do is we have them start, like with this is us, every process from just setting up the sheets and getting a client on the table and turning them in various positions without exposing an area that we didn't mean to undrape. Makes everybody more comfortable to do it with the mannequin here first before working with each other on table. So okay.
Luke,
yes,
you've sanitized your table.
Yes, this is the bare table. We've sanitized it. And then we're gonna put on our first sheets.
Yeah. Table's a little wide.
Yeah.
But it'll work.
Yeah.
And we purposely don't have a face cradle mocked up here, with people maybe having to wear masks and stuff. We have adapted. A lot of our clients don't like face cradles.
No, and I reposition and use sideline. And as we go forward, you're gonna see some innovative, at least in the field, ideas that are actually very simple. In this case, you're going to see that we use 3 sheets. It helps with sanitation as well as effective draping. And using sideline more and laying face down or prone less is helpful for you as a therapist. It can be more beneficial for the client, and then it eliminates as much of a need on that face cradle. So moving forward.
Yeah.
All right.
Put your first
sheet. So this would usually be our fitted sheet that would grip around the table, and as Sandy was saying, it will act as an additional sanitary barrier between the table and the first sheet the client will be laying on. So this would be a second flat sheet. We would have 2 flat sheets. I should say the first one will go down.
And better on this flat sheet that it's a full sheet as opposed to a twin. And when we do a little bit more on draping, you'll see why. We use this flat sheet on the bottom.
And then we get our next sheet down. And then this would be essentially how, we'll make it all pretty and everything, how the table would be set up for the client as they come in. Like all things, I don't think it's pertinent to go through how you would discuss with the client, but telling them, explaining, you get underneath the top sheet and get comfortable, and then I'll knock on the door and come in when you're ready. And then there they come. And then we have the students just literally get them set up on the table. In this case, we'll start them prone, get them all ready to go, and voila, there you have it. As an example of some bolstering, and I could have had some of that bolstering down before the client got on the table, we're gonna use 2 pillows under the torso as well as one underneath the ankles. This one would go at the abdomen, really more down at the closer to the hip line. That helps. They will be flexed slightly at the hip and will take pressure off their low back. So that one will go there, and then another one will come up here to the chest wherever they're comfortable. That will allow their head to slightly flex so they can be more comfortable either turning their head one way or the other or laying more with their chin directly toward the table. So that's what we're trying to create here.
Now, Those would be in their own sanitary covering.
Yes. Yep.
And actually, you can use bed pillows for these,
Mhm.
and you can get plastic covers
Mhm.
for those
Mhm.
that can be sanitized, and then a pillowcase on top of them.
Mhm.
Our poor person doesn't have one for their feet.
So here's this one.
All right.
And they have round ones for that. We'll discuss more bolsters.
All right. So
It's not too far off.
we want the back. Yeah, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
We want the back to not be like this in hyperextension. We want it to be more neutral. So that's that.
And these would flex a little. There you go.
All right.
And you can see this one they could reposition to wherever is more comfortable. Some people want it higher up, some want further down, but they can move that chest pillow to wherever is best for them. That's essentially what they would look like. The bolster, any of these bolsters could potentially be underneath of the sheet in their own covers. So be aware and always conscientious of sanitation. But for the sake of demonstration, it's going to be better for you to be able to see the bolsters. And then this would be how they look. Now that's just starting in prone position. As we do the next set of videos, we will be repositioning the client using additional bolsters, and that'll bridge into the other positions that we use for a massage session, and let's go from there.
So a couple other helpful hints for prone here. There are a couple things that we've learned from experience that are helpful. Some people cannot lay with their arms back like that, so they can come over the edge here.
Yes.
There
I
is-
personally am much more comfortable laying like that.
And there is a concern in terms of contact where some people would say that this is not good because if you're leaning against the massage table there, you may inadvertently touch the client. Some would then recommend that the hand and the arm comes back here and comes under the body.
And if the person's particularly uncomfortable and you need the arm in that position, you can always use an additional pillow, set that underneath the shoulder joint itself, and that may allow for that more comfortably.
Another little trick I've learned over the years is the arms tend to be floppy, if you notice that. They don't stay. So when you've got the top sheet in place here, and then you just tuck that under the arm like that, it keeps that arm positioned, and they don't have to hold it there because it's got something to go against. So, and then you can put a blanket on top of this.
Yes. There could be a heating pad underneath the fitted sheet. There's all kinds of additional nuances.
At our spa, we have some of the pre-prepared sanitation barriers that go on the tables, and we've got our heating pad underneath there.
Yes, it's a wipeable cover that goes over top of the heating pads, because you wouldn't want to put bleach or be able to wipe that between clients. So it is suggested if you're going to use a heating pad, get a fitted cover that can additionally go over top of that. One that translates the heat and won't melt or do anything bad, but that way it acts as a barrier that you can wipe with a sanitizing solution.
And then as far as the client's head position, with this little bolster right here, they can also put a little bit of, you roll a towel and put it right on the forehead.
Oh, yes, yeah.
All right, and or they can turn their head pretty easily from side to side. And if you limit the prone position, then this becomes much less of an issue.
Exactly.
So let's cut this video
Yep.
and set up for sideline.
Sounds good.